Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to something a little different than what I normally play. This is the game Strange Antiquities. Believe it's a sequel of a game called Strange Horticulture by a developer called Bad Viking. This game came out, I think, like September 17th, so it is a relatively new game. This is a game in which you run like an occult shop in a town called Undermere, and so a bunch of townsfolk are going to come to us with different things that they're worried about, ailments, things that they've come across, and we to try to identify antiquities to help them. So there's like a bunch of books. It's a kind of like a puzzle game. So let's start. I saw this game first on a Zombie Cleo stream a while, for me, about 2 weeks ago. And I watched them play it, and I thought it was really interesting. And so once I saw like how the game was, did a little research on it, I stopped watching because I didn't want to be spoiled. So it sounds like, from what I've read, there's about 10 hours, 15 hours of gameplay. There are multiple endings that you can get. But it seems like, from what most people say, there's probably about like 2 playthroughs you can do on this game, which I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. This would be like the first game where it's like not the replayability isn't there so much. So we'll see. I just thought it was very interesting. I've never played Strange Horticulture either, but I'm just interested. Anyways, as a that's going to be a tough word. Thaumaturge apprentice, there's a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful and from the harmless, the potent from the mild. It was supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop, Strange Antiquities in my hand. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling, unkind of black wing, cheerless cries that seemed even then to signal the start of the rising dread. Ooh, spooky. Yeah, I'm playing this for spooky season. I don't like horror games. I don't mind like occulty type things. So, but yeah, I do not. And we have a cat. Hello. I think her name was it Jupiter? I don't remember. Cleo said it. And so I think there's like 20 days in the game, but there's like different things you can click on. And like there's different things you can interact with. Like there's something hidden in here. This starts your day. And then there's like a bunch of little things that you can click on. You can rearrange things. I think there's like another thing to look at further. So the table, drawer. Ooh. Explore. Wow, that's a really big map. I'm assuming this is the same map as the first game. I've seen like very, 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 very little of the first game. I do want to play it at some point. I'm assuming this would probably be the same map. Testing. Yeah, I wonder where the, well, is it on here? I don't know the name of it, so it's just that I do want to play the first game. We'll go back. And then we have this. I'm assuming these are more artifacts. We'll close you. Does this get into my inventory? Oh, ringing a bell could call a customer. Oh, that's that's literally how to continue on. Not what I was looking for. Next drawer, a magnifying glass. In thematic fields. All thematic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing objects over a thematic lens. Diuretic field, diurnnic field pattern. These fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. I guess that just stays there. There's nowhere to put it in my inventory. No. Okay. Next. It's tile. I don't know if it needs to be somewhere specific, so we're going to leave it there. Reminder, I've stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. Okay. Well, we're gonna go next door. So where are we? We are Strange Antiquities. So 29. Is it that way or that way? This to me is more next door. That's kitty corner. We're gonna go there. Oh, proprietor, Mrs. Cramnor, begrudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, well, take a lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all. He's been done for me, and I don't like the thought of those unnatural in my cellar. Or those unnatural in my cellar. Oh, we got more items. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, that's the bell. I can't hit, well, I can hit the bell. What else have we got? Ooh, there's more. Well, I want this all zhuzhed close. That way I don't just scroll as much. Oh, that's just weights for the scale. Okay. More space. This doesn't move. Is there an additional? No, it's the same. Well, I don't want that. So we'll go back up. I know there's eventually something here. I know you can do something with this clock. I remember that. This can go up. We're gonna kind of make room. We'll put the plant there. Ooh, a locked section. I just want all of this kind of here. So I don't have to keep scrolling as far. Okay. Let's hit the bell, shall we? Ding ding. Eli White. I have been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravensglass. I love that you can come. And must leave at once. I am leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. There's an index in the back that you might find useful. Strange Artefacts, a guide to the occult objects by T.S. Gill. Ooh, I know there's a lot of them. Because like I didn't watch, I tried to avoid a lot of Cleo streams, but I did like kind of peek in mainly to see what they were doing for the day, because I sometimes forget to read like descriptions. And I did see that they had a lot of pages. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, well we're going ahead, and then this is the index. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. Moving along. Can I file you somewhere? Can. Where go? Oh, if in doubt, study it carefully, and remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked doors, drawers, and cupboards. Well, I already opened some, so sorry. In fact, save us not to touch anything. That's also too late for that too. I should be back in a few days. Man, I just like got in here and like put my little grubby paws on everything. Hello. I think the cat's name is Jupiter. What's this? Oh, like a list of people. Oh, the cat's on there. Oh my goodness. Thematic cat, or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's I'm gonna have to Google how to say that. Jupiter found Strange Antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosity within, and made it his home. Eli was more than happy to accommodate him, and he learned early on that Jupiter was his own master. His business is in town, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, midnight explorations of Undermere, and beyond. What he does on his excursions in the mystery, he seems to be well known among the residents. Nice. And then you is just his. Oh, and then, oh, it's kind of cool that tells you like what they did. He is a, whatever that word is, a collector and curator of powerful objects that to the untrained eye may appear dull and lifeless, but that in the right hands and armed with the right knowledge can be a gateway to much more. For Eli, the quest is unearth and understand each new object has been driving force of his adult life. As owner of Strange Antiquities, Eli is a stern master. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a tender side, a side that is mostly reserved for his store's cat, Jupiter. Oh, of course. And Jupiter's adorable. Okay, we need to continue. Day 1. Thomas Pope, congratulations. Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. Well, you think highly of yourself. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shops with cats in them. Well, you're in the right place. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's Boon. Okay, well, we're gonna go on this. And there. Hunter's Boon. Hunter's Boon. A Hunter's Boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They are made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They are simple items without embellishment. Well, alright then. So, we need to find something that's probably like bone, I'm assuming. Color. Thought to be bone, but it is in fact clay. It is painted to look like bone, hard and somewhat rough. So this is not it. That looks like stone. Yeah, stone and gold, so I'd say no. Clay. This looks like metal. This looks like bone. Brown twine, bone. They don't look like big bones, like a predator's bones. They look like a little small something. That's wood. Yeah. Stone and a fossilized creature. I wouldn't call that a predator. That's beautiful, this item. Bronze. Yeah, some of these we can just pass. Like that looks like bronze. This looks like glass. This looks like... it's clay. This looks like wood. This looks like stone. Bone. I don't know what that symbol means. I remember Cleo eventually got a book of symbols. I don't know how to get it or anything like that, but I do remember that. This could be it. What are you? Yellowy brown. It is yellowy white color. Smooth with hard ridges. Nothing to remark. It gives a sensation of power. To me, it's between that and maybe this right now, but that just doesn't seem like it's anything special. This is just cool looking. But your iron. Oops. And then wood. I'm gonna guess this. And then if it's not, we'll guess that. No. Well, then we'll try this. All right, identified. This is a tiger's tooth, the trophy from a predator. On close inspections, it gives a sensation of power. Selenic Totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment of or feeling, such as love or joy, then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have connections to either the moon or the night. And go in my book, I guess. You can add labels to items once you inspect them. Oh, it already did. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, next. Is that clear? Nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father always used to say. Seems like the shadow seems to have gone darker since he passed 2 winters gone. The creeping dark has set in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay. It marks it off. Shadow hold. Ooh. A shadow hold or a Ossic vessel is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle or some sort of box. It can be used to contain Ossic spirits, a manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling in from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Is there anything that looks like that? You. You look like that. Bronze. Raised detail. Lovely. Nothing to remark. And makes my heart feel lighter. That really is the only thing that looks like it. I'm gonna try it. Nope. Well, fine. Ooh, is it this one? Hold on, where's the picture again? It's got like... Nope, that ain't it either. I can't get in here. Bronze. Raised detail. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. There really is nothing that looked... That was like the closest thing to it. Something... I'll try this and then we need to look at something else. Nope. Oh, wow. If advanced days. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. Clay. The cork. Spongy. Pungent. This might be it. I'm gonna try it. I don't even know what happens if I guess them all wrong. Yay! I actually want to know what happens when I guess them wrong. But guessing there's got to be a penalty. The item is a container of some kind. The design on the bottle is the same as the sketch. Is it though? It kind of is. That looks closer to it, but it's also the orientation. A sunbonnet. A sunbonnet is a small, lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly and made of non-precious metal of some kind. Housing a gemstone of light. I like the music. The music is beautiful. They carry the warmth and the light of the sun, a brightness that can pierce the darkness of gloom. Auto labeling. Oh, right there it is. Okay. Probably should start storing my labeled things somewhere else. That way I know not to look at them. You know what I mean? Okay, next customer. Oh, I'm sorry, Junior. David Chafer. What's with all the ravens flying about Undermere today? I can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Okay. We discovered some paper in a hidden desk drawer in the boatyard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. The man does not like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across the entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Anything else? Okay. All right. So did you give me the papers? Or do I need to go to the boatyard? Boatyard. Don't know what, there it is, the boatyard 8. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up, from repairing a small rowing boat. You must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me to a dilapidated office where 2 metal buckets collect drips of brown water, and a thin pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown paper out of the desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Sleep vessel and something else. Apparently, as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I have no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Ah, cool. Pretty cool. Nice paperweight. Next. Can that go away, please? I'm hoping it goes away. Sorry, dude. I want an Ossic Ring. Ossic. That's and pleasing to the word to hold on to the tongue. Okay. Oops. Go here. Ossic Ring. Or Ossic. The somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Quaint, but the practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They are hard to come across now, but they are occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say that they can hear Quaint's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic Ring to their ear. So serpents. Okay. I'm not really seeing anything. What's this? Nothing to remark. Nothing. Bronze. Cool and smooth. Nothing to remark. A sense of crackling energy flickering in the depths of my mind. There really isn't anything that even remotely is like that. Gold, withered flesh, leathery and bony, quite unpleasant to touch. I can only imagine. Expect it to smell worse than it does. Nothing to remark. I wish I can get rid of that. That's actually really annoying. Don't really see anything. And I don't see anything that even has anything that's snake looking at all. Huh. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. That is actually really cool how it follows. Bronze. Do I need to look at something else? Various details. I don't... wonder if there's anything I need to put into there. I'm assuming that might be behind this, though. And it's probably a bad assumption to make. But that's what I'm assuming right now. Do love how everything moves when you go to a different thing. That doesn't fit there. No. Anyway, continuing. Wood. A sounds are muffled in its presence. I feel like there's just something that I'm missing when it comes to this game. Strong odor, no. Oops, I did not mean to click that one. Oh, so not everyone shows up on this. I understand now. What's this? Oh, archive. Ah, well, I can actually put more things in there. We're done with that. I'm kind of done with that, I think, for now. And the map. I am stumped right now as to what it could be. I guess I just need to go through every item. We already did that one. We'll go through this. Nothing. It should sound like a snake. Every sound has become louder and clearer. Nothing to remark. Nothing. 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 This one we already looked at, and yeah, nothing. Nothing. That one we already looked at, so we don't need to look at it again. This one I thought was nothing. Ooh, there it is. A soft sound like a serpent. That looks nothing like the picture. It's not supposed to. I'm going to say that's the Ossic Ring. Yay! Made of bone, this item satisfies the description of macabre. Closer inspection confirms that a hissing noise can indeed be heard. See a parcel tongue? Oops, I did not mean to do that. It's fine. We'll get there eventually. Next. Another person in there. Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. Didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out there and I'd like to know what. A voice of Cernunnos might help me be put to ease. I think I yoded that, help me put me at ease, or it might do the opposite. So a voice of Cernunnos. Intro. I keep hitting the wrong button. I don't even know how many days we're going to be able to do. This is going to be kind of like a mini series. Just for, you know, spooky season, like I said. I think I said, I don't remember. The voice of Cernunnos is used to refer to any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with antlers of a stag, often wearing or holding a torque. I'm guessing that. All right then. I don't think this would be it. Hue, I suspect. White paint. Hue, oh, didn't click it. Rough and gnarled. Well, it's got to be bronze, so it wouldn't be that. I thought this was bronze. Detailed bronze. So that's a bronze item. This I thought was gold. Oh, that is bronze. I wish I knew what these meant, though. This is gold. So it wouldn't be that. So we're to this, and what's this? Bronze. So right now, actually this can move down here. You were orange, gemstone, and gold, so you're not it. Okay. So where did these three are bronze? What are you? Bronze. It was a goat, wasn't it? No, a stag. That's a goat. Well, it's actually like a ram. That is a goat, but it's wood. This is bronze. My heart feels lighter. Imbued with man with this was gold, wasn't it? I already forgot. Yeah, it's not that one. Nothing's this way. I think where I'm getting confused is I wish I knew what these symbols meant. That is what I wish. I wish I knew what the symbols meant. I don't think that is it. What's this? This is bronze. I'm gonna look at this one more time. That symbol and a snake. Known as the Eyes of the Forest, these ancient artifacts enable one to enter the mind of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Cernunnos himself wields the eye. The eye of Cernunnos are hard to come by. They are powerful and should not be used carelessly. And then this is one. What was this? Iron. I'm gonna try this. Nope. Oh. A deep fear is taken from it. I must break the hold it has over me. I'm guessing this is because I got wrong answers. Bank it. Bank it. So can this be anything? I think so. Oh, I got an achievement for that. Okay. Oh, we start over. Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna continue. This has the symbol though. I don't like how this makes me feel. I'm gonna guess this. Oh, I have to wait for him to finish. Nope. What is this? Gold. I would say no. We even looked at this though. What is this? It is bronze. Uneven texture. Nothing to remark. That has that's there. I'm gonna guess this. That was kind of a lucky guess. I shouldn't do that. This is made of bronze. The looking item appears around the net. Oh well, there we are. Spirit eye. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. It is not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer Beneath the visible world, perhaps, a layer that requires something more than traditional sense to experience. They draw their powers from opposing symbols inscribed upon them. You get in there, book. Oh, we're at the end of the day. Well, that's lovely. A black mare thundered through the icy rain. Shining wet in the silver moonlight, her cloak rider was exhausted, cold and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Backbarrow. Interesting. Oh, what am I doing? Oh. Well, that's kind of cool. Thank goodness this isn't timed, because I sat there for a little while like, oh. Was that a new relic? Or a new book? An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He is hiding in the first building he came to. Well, all right. Day 2, Friday. Okay. So he ran northwest. Okay. Whoop. So is there a prison on the map? Or a jail? The old jail? Well, we'll try that. He ran northwest. This was a mistake. Oh, that counts against me. Uh-oh. He hid in the first building he came to, because I went northeast. I know directions. Never eat soggy Wheaties. Got it. So 10. This one? I'm wasting my time here. So I guess that's not the jail. Is there something else that is the jail? No. Northwest. There we are. That's like northwest. More north than west. It's fine. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and that's a weird sentence. Is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame from my lantern does little to pierce its depth. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all. Then suddenly, unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More revealed than elated, I take the trinket back to my shop for further study and a warm drink. Ooh, that's menacing looking. Alrighty then. We will put you there. And this can go down here. We're getting there. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hi. Ah, well, that's just perfect. Oops. Undermere is fizzling with fear over these ravens, and the I need to look up how to say that. Has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who got out of the wrong side of the bed. The ravens just have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. That's the book I was hoping we would get. Nice. There we go. So we've seen, I think, this symbol. Protection. Okay. I'm going to move this, and we're going to stick this here. Next. That was an easy guess. Hi. You look very pale. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horn shackle might be the answer. All right. Horned shackle. Ooh, my goodness. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the years. They can be worn as pendants, but are more common totems of some kind. It has an eye on it. Interesting. Well, hold on. Let me look at that again. So, there's nothing about what it's made of, but it's either like a bull or a goat. Well, these are our bulls and goats. Oh no, I didn't want that. Oops, sorry. Bronze. Smooth. Nothing to remark. Being watched. I'd say no. Nothing. Nothing. Textured. Nice. Clay. Wood. Rough and pitted. This part feels smooth. So it said people rub it, correct? Hold on. The horns are rubbed together. I'd say it's this. Nice. This item has horns. Closer inspection reveals the horns have been worn smooth. Use it with care, ma'am. A vestige, can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Interesting. Next, actually, hold on. You can go there. Next. Ooh, it's that the mailman guy again. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Oh, we got a letter. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm, and it's yours. For the right price, of course. John Royston. Farm. Is there a better way to access the map? Is it this? Okay, then never mind. So I'm like, they can't make me open that drawer every time. Well, there's a farm. We'll go here. Greywick Farm, number 1. The scent of damp hay lingers in the air as a crow picks at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer lifts his gaze briefly, offering little more than a nod before turning back to his work. I don't think I find anything useful here. So that wasn't it. Okay. The Barrows. Ooh, strange horticulture. There is probably where the first one was. What was his name? There's another farm. Royston, well, duh. So 30. Well, that's right by us, because we're there. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not fully be aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after a lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Ooh, that's cool looking. Well, alright. How do I archive? I don't remember. I don't remember how to archive Is it this? It is that. Okay. Done. It makes sense, but I kind of wish that was a little different. Next. Oh, I'm sorry. Ah, Jupiter and we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. We shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark. An important business, no doubt. I wonder if you can help me. I'm visiting my grandmother later and I want to bring her something. She lives all alone on the edge of town out on Clanbrook Road, and I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe Moonheart would bring her comfort. Okay. Moonheart. Not on here. So we will go to the glossary then. Mind Moonheart, Selenic Totem. These carved items, more commonly known as Moonheart, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as joy, then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both Selenic and Gnostic disciplines. Indeed, the form item itself will often have connections to either the moon or the night. I haven't learned it already, have I? No. I'd be like, that'd be sad if we already had a repeat. So something that has the moon in it. That has a moon. Cold, stone, warm, nothing. Well, hold on. With Selenic and Gnostic discipline. Does this tell me anything about the Selenic stuff? Nope, it doesn't. Unless I need... No. Nope. Ah. Selenic is that. Gnostic is that. Do I go to the table for that? No. I have no idea. These need to close. I'm annoyed by them. It's really big. Going up here. Oh, I had to put that back down? No. Okay. There we are. So of the moon and night. That really is the only thing. I am really not seeing anything else. Nope. This is where I feel like I'm just missing some. Oh, there's a moon on this. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything else that has a moon, though. Nope. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like missing something. Imbued with love and joy. An owl, moon. Yeah, I don't understand. not seeing anything. That sense of crackling energy. I don't think it's that. Yeah, I feel like I'm just like missing something that like feels like it should be obvious. And I'm just not getting it. Well, I guess we'll look here. Or Noctic, sleep vessel. Selenic Totem, what's a sleep vessel? 6 points of a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 Thalamic disciplines. They help people to stay awake beyond all natural limits by storing their fatigue. Over time and repeating use, they become more and more difficult to handle. So something that's 6-pointed. That is. This is. Somewhat painful. I'm gonna try this one. Nope. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm going to do some more research on this because there's something I'm just missing. Why did you tell me to do that? Oh, I don't. This there. This there. I guess bank. Give me a kitty cat. Stars can be any matching symbol. Okay, we'll roll. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Oh, I guess you. Oop. Next, give me a kitty cat. Thank you, Juniper. Or Jupiter, excuse me. Bank. We're safe. We're gonna probably be doing that one a lot. Man. Okay, so this is all the same. Anything else I can look? Oops, sorry. Selenic Totem. Selenic and Gnostic disciplines. So that wasn't helpful at all. Though, oh, that's a cool item. Anyways, a bat is night. They're talking about animals. There's a bat that's a night animal. That's a crow to me. And then an owl. Nothing remarkable. I don't think it needs a sound. Cool. Iron. Not understanding the 6 points unless Overcome by warm and loving emotion. Something to comfort her. That's the only thing to me. Interesting. I'm gonna guess this. This is the only other night object. Carved totem, the owl associated with night. Well, I guess that's also a crescent shape. Okay, I gotcha. I see what you're putting down. Ooh, is that a Holgan Grim? These eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals related to death and the afterlife. The sacrament to ask for this protection, Wolf's Song Truth, is seek his judgment. Path of the Warrior, to help the dead find their way. Interesting. Next. A friend of mine, or former friend I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. Well, that's rude. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was gifted from my late grandmother. That's not a friend. Do you have a suitable pendant that you could have lying around for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again? Whoa. That's really dark. You needed to make a choice. There is no wrong answer, but my decision will no doubt affect the events of motion outside my shop. So this is one of the I remember seeing that there's something that can give you multiple choices that affect the end. Oh, I can move the plants. Cool. So we'll look up at the binding seed and see what that does. That's really cruel to do that to somebody. These items are made of 2 distinct materials, representing Metnik and Wickick, the mind and the body. The winding path and the mind is described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. The binding seed is a form of punishment that amplifies feelings of guilt and shame. Wow. What's the other one? Zeah? Maybe it's a little bit more positive. Worn about the neck to place them closer to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear and paranoia. They can be difficult to remove. Zeah are made of a single material except wood or clay. They typically have no symbol or other writings upon their surface. Okay. So it is not clay or wood, it said? Wood or clay. So you were clay, you were wood. This is iron, I think? Tarnished silver. Raised detailing, but they said it was plain. There's a darkness to it, as if it holds untold fear inside. Bronze and iron. I have to read the Zeah thing again. Close to the heart, innocent-looking items. No symbols. So that to me eliminates that fully. Eliminates that. A leaf could be a symbol. That's a symbol. This is a symbol, probably. That leaves like these. Glass. Cool and smooth. Nothing to remark. Strong sense of being watched. Rigid, smooth, bronze. Feeling this one more than that. Because it's not a happy thing. Like, this has wood. Yeah, so it can't be that one. That was the only other option. Or this one. This is... There's a darkness to it. As if it has fear inside. To me, that's more the first one. It can't be this one because it's wood. That doesn't have a symbol, but I don't see how that would be. That doesn't look innocent. I'm gonna try this for that. Hey, this item is made of single material. It bears no symbol or markings. It can be worn about the neck. On closer inspection, I begin to sense a paranoia. That seemed like the least of the two, because that's evil. Generic charm or shield charm, generic charm of protection, little to offer the skilled thaumaturge. I need to look up how to say that, but can have some small effect. An Ossic spirit or a wandering shroud will not abide them, for example. Such charms make use of the art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They can be made from a variety of materials. They rely on precious metals. You, lady. You have issues. Hello. Hi. They found a man just now, that house where all the ravens were. I wish I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheer white, but it was his eyes that were going to give me nightmares. All black they were. It was like he weren't there anymore. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedinburg, and I'll be taking a Libula to see us safely through. What's a Libula? Libula is purported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. They are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a Libula is not merely decorative. So we need to look up change and wisdom. That's my guess. Fortune, deception, wisdom. There's one. So like a crown almost. Not seeing change anywhere. So no. No. There. Oh, this actually can go down here. I'm gonna guess this. I'm not seeing anything else with that. Yeah, rise. I'm gonna say this. Yay! That was easy. It bears a symbol of wisdom. Witch's finger. Witch's fingers are said to be severed digits. Ooh, the witches of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is to supposedly purification of the body, a most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that will be cured some and finished off others. Ooh. Oh, it's the end of the day. Well, there we are. A deep pain radiates down the side of the rider's head, where he has sliced himself with a diversion hook and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. I now know I have to trace this. Oh, that's a really long thing. That almost looks like a key. Very cool. This is a very unique game. Like, it's very fun. Day 3, Saturday. we'll figure this out last time. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this episode of Strange Antiquities. Next episode, we're going to deal with this. My goal is, I think, to be doing like 2 days, because I think the game is, I thought I read 20 days. So I think that's going to be my goal, is to do 2 days per episode. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself, and bye for now.